Hello, good evening, all of you. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right subheading. Types of adsorption.
Sir, can't see anything, sir, because
Just
Camera is not straight.
the camera is very low, sir.
yeah. Okay. We have mainly two type of absorption that is also based on the interaction between the gaseous adsorbent, gaseous adsorbate adsorbed on solid adsorbate. Means in between the process between gas and solid, we have two type of adsorption process. One is physiabsorption, I mean physical adsorption. Second one, chemical adsorption. So first one, physical adsorption. Don't write ma. Physical adsorption also we are calling physisorption. Here, the kind of interaction between the gas and adsorbent is very weak force of attraction, that is van der Waals forces. This solid adsorbent. So gas molecules. Gases adsorbate. Kind of interaction between here adsorbate and adsorbent is weak van der Waals forces. Okay, this is about physical absorption. General physical absorption, this process takes place at low temperature. Physical absorption takes place at low temperature, and this is exothermic process. Enthalpy is in between 20 to 40 kilojoules, very less. This is about physical absorption. Next one, chemiabsorption or chemical absorption. Here, the interaction between adsorbent and adsorbate is strong force of attraction. Their chemical bond is involved. Mostly here in chemiabsorption involving bond is either ionic bond or covalent bond. This is also exothermic process, but here high amount of enthalpy is involved. Here enthalpy of reaction is maintaining 80 to 240 kilojoules. So high amount of energy is involving during a chemiabsorption. And sometimes chemiabsorption we are calling activated absorption also. Activated absorption, because to carry out this process chemiabsorption, more amount of energy is involved. We need to supply large amount of energy to takes place this adsorption. That's what here involving high activation of energy. I think already we discussed about what is activation energy. To carry out any chemical reaction, first reactant must have to reach activated energy level. So to reach that level, we must have to supply energy. So during this process also, more amount of energy is involving. That's what we are calling activated adsorption. So this process takes place at low temperature. This process takes place at high temperature. This occurs at high temperature. Sometimes physiabsorption changes to chemiabsorption by increasing the temperature. Suppose one example, take any metal. Oxygen gas is adsorbed on this with weak van der Waals force of attraction. We are calling it is a physiabsorption. Suppose if we supply some energy, nothing but we are giving some activation energy, then here forms a chemical bond. It easily forms a metal oxide. It forms its metal oxide. And even hydrogen also, when some amount of hydrogen is adsorbed on a solid metal through weak van der Waals forces, by increasing temperature, the force of attraction between this adsorbent increases by forming a chemical bond. So here we can say by increasing temperature, physiabsorption is changes into chemiabsorption. Okay, that is about this definition of physical absorption and chemical absorption. We have its characteristics are very important and its differences. Frequently asking question is, what is the difference between physical absorption and chemical absorption? Yes, just four or 5 points are enough, but I will give all the points. Okay, first write what is the definition of physical absorption and chemical absorption. There are mainly two types of adsorption of gases on solids. If accumulation of gas on the surface of a solid occur on account of weak van der Waals forces. The absorption is termed as physical adsorption. Or physisorption. Okay, next chemiabsorption definition is when the gas molecules or atoms are held to the solid surface held to the solid surface by chemical bonds. By chemical bonds. The absorption is termed as chemical adsorption or chemisorption. Okay. Next, characteristics of adsorption. That's maybe first we will write physiabsorption characteristics. The first one is a lack of specificity. see here, the surface which is provided by adsorbent that does not show any specificity to a particular substance, to a particular adsorbent. Suppose if you leave paper or book or whatever, plate, anything, dust particle must have to accumulate on this, right? So it does not show any specificity to a particular adsorbent. Whatever that, suppose if I leave any nickel metal, any metal, it can absorb all kind of gases. It can absorb hydrogen gas, oxygen gas, even dust particles, helium, neon, so sulfur dioxide. So all kind of gases are adsorbed on metal plate. So here it is not showing any specificity towards any particular gas, because here the involving forces are, which forces are involved during physiabsorption? Van der Waals forces. But van der Waals forces are universal forces. In between any kind of material, van der Waals forces are present. That's what this, in physiabsorption there is no specificity, it having a lack of specificity. Next one is nature of adsorbate. Don't write, later you may write, I will give notes. Nature of adsorbate. So here physiabsorption depends upon nature of adsorbate. Here won't depends upon nature of adsorbent, depends upon nature of adsorbate. Gases which we can easily liquefy, those gases are highly adsorbed, even in chemical absorption or even in physical absorption. Gases which are easily liquefied, suppose sulfur dioxide, HCl gas, sulfur dioxide gas, after carbon dioxide gas, methane, hydrogen, helium. So these are the gases. Sulfur dioxide gas, HCl gas, these are easily adsorbed because these are easily liquefiable gases. First is this, next to this is the order. Sulfur dioxide we can liquefy easily because it having a higher critical temperature. So higher the critical temperature, easy to liquefy. So sulfur dioxide, HCl, we can liquefy very easily because it have high critical temperature. Next, carbon dioxide. Least is, sorry, methane. Least is hydrogen and helium having low critical temperature. That's what very difficult to liquefy these gases. So gases which are easily liquefiable, those are adsorbed better. So if it is adsorbed 100 ml, methane maybe absorbs just 4.4 ml like, and helium is very less. It may be 1.1 ml only. So easily liquefiable gases adsorbed easily. Next, reversible nature. Yes, physiabsorption is reversible nature because there involves weak van der Waals force of attraction. Suppose hydrogen gas is absorbed on solid material, nickel metal, you can remove very easily because it's a weak van der Waals forces. Next one, and also one point here. Physiabsorption is increases with increase of pressure, decreases with increase of temperature. Mind this point. Increases with pressure, decreases with rise of temperature. This is increases with increase of pressure. So whatever that is, physiabsorption or chemiabsorption increases with increase of pressure, but physical absorption must be decreases with increase of temperature. Okay, next point is surface area. Surface area increases, adsorption process increases. This is even in chemiabsorption or in physical absorption. Surface area is increases, adsorption process also increases. So for this is 1 kg of nickel block. This is say 1 kilo of finely divided nickel powder. Same 1 kg only is also. Which is better adsorbent and even which is acts as a better catalyst. This is 1 kg of nickel block solid.
Powder.
This is 1 kg of nickel powder. That is also solid only, but it's a powder. Which is better?
Powder.
Powder is better because
More surface area.
yeah, particles it have more surface area. If you take also particles, 1 kg of nickel particle, it provides large surface area, but this provides very less amount of surface area. So surface area increases, adsorption also increases. Next, enthalpy of adsorption. So already we know physiabsorption is because of weak van der Waals forces, that is universal forces. So there involves very less amount of energy. Even this just 20 to 40 kilojoules of energy is involved. When physiabsorption is, the bond is formed, weak van der Waals forces are formed in between adsorbate and adsorbent. In between 20 to 40 kilojoules of energy is releases. Very less amount that is compared to chemiabsorption. Okay, these only characteristics, no doubt. So a given surface of an adsorbent does not show any preference for a particular gas. As the van der Waals forces are universal. Next, nature of adsorbate. The amount of gas adsorbed by a solid depends upon nature of gas. Here amount of gas, but all kind of gases are absorbed, but the amount of gases depends upon nature of gas. In general, easily liquefiable gases are readily adsorbed. Because van der Waals forces are stronger near the critical temperature. Next one, reversible nature. Physical adsorption of a gas by a solid is generally reversible. Thus, solid plus gas gives gas solid plus heat. Okay, continuation under this point only, third point. Adsorption of gas on solid increases with increase of pressure. With increase of pressure. I think it's not visible. Physiabsorption readily occurs at low temperature with increase of temperature physical adsorption decreases. Next point, surface area of adsorbent. Fourth point. The extent of adsorption increases with the increase of surface area of the adsorbent. Thus, finely divided metals finely divided metals and porous substances having large surface area are good absorbents. Next point, last point, enthalpy of adsorption. Physical adsorption is an exothermic is an exothermic process but its enthalpy of adsorption is quite low. (20 to 40 kilojoule per mole). Okay, next one, characteristics of chemiabsorption. Okay, see here. First point, specificity or specific. This is highly specific. Physiabsorption is not specific, but it is highly specific. See, chemiabsorption is highly specific. This chemiabsorption process takes place only when there is a possibility of formation of bond between adsorbent and adsorbate. Otherwise, it won't form, it won't occur chemiabsorption. Suppose oxygen gas is allowed on metal plate. You know, it can easily forms metal oxide through a chemical bond. Even when hydrogen gas is fast, it can form metal hydrides, especially D block elements or transition metals. Suppose if we pass nitrogen gas, of course it may be somewhat difficult compared to oxygen and hydrogen. Nitrogen is less reactive. It shows some inertness. So it's showing some specificity. If there is a chance to form a chemical bond between the gas and solid, then only chemiabsorption occurs. Suppose here we have to give activation energy. Otherwise, this is also not possible. With iron and oxygen is not possible, but in between other elements, other metals and oxygen takes more time. And hydrogen and metal also takes too much time. Compared to this is somewhat a difficult process. If you supply sufficient activation energy, this also takes place. Okay, next one, irreversibility. You know, in general, chemical process are irreversible process. Main reason is chemical process during forward reaction, it occurs by only supplying high amount of activation energy. That's what's reversible process is not easy. Very few reactions are reversible reaction. Most of the chemical processes are irreversible only. And also here, chemiabsorption also increases with increase of pressure, no doubt. But with increase of pressure, temperature also it increases. That's the main point here. Chemiabsorption with increase of pressure increases, and with increase of temperature also chemiabsorption takes place. Mainly chemiabsorption not occurs or it takes more time at low temperatures. This point already we studied in chemical kinetics also. With increase of temperature, rate of reaction is increases. So same principle is involved here also. At low temperature, chemiabsorption occurs very slowly, or sometimes it did not occur also. With increase of temperature, chemiabsorption increases. Even with increase of pressure also, chemiabsorption increases. And then suppose any physiabsorption process, by increasing temperature, it changes to chemiabsorption. So this point refers chemiabsorption is increases with increase of temperature. Okay, next one is surface area, no doubt. With surface area increases, chemiabsorption increases. Enthalpy of adsorption, yes, here enthalpy of adsorption is very high, because here chemical bonding is forming, no, chemical bond is formed. That's what here enthalpy is 80 to 240 kilojoules of energy is involved. But in physio absorption, this value is very less. We are taking only 20 to 40 kilojoules of 40 kilojoules of energy. That's what this is reversible process, physical. But this is irreversible because high amount of activation energy is involving here. Okay, so note down these points. Chemio absorption is highly specific and it will occur only and it will only occur if there is some possibility of some possibility of chemical bonding between adsorbent and adsorbate. Second point, irreversibility.
Sir, is it some possibility or same possibility, sir?
What? Oh, here.
Sir,
Okay,
yes,
okay,
sir.
okay. If there is some possibility. Okay, see, in chemio absorption involves compound formation. Involves compound formation. It is usually irreversible in nature. Chemio absorption is also exothermic process. But the process is very slow at low temperature. Very slow at low temperature. on account of high energy of activation. Temperatures on account of high energy of activation. Chemiabsorption increases with increase of temperature. Even at pressure also. So physioabsorption of a gas adsorbed at low temperature may change into chemiabsorption change into chemiabsorption at a high temperature. Okay, next point, surface area enthalpy of adsorption. So like physio absorption, chemia absorption also. Increases with increase of surface area of adsorbent. Next one, enthalpy of adsorption. Enthalpy of chemia absorption is high. (82 to 40 kilojoule per mole). As it involves chemical bond formation. It involves chemical bond formation. Next subheading is comparison of chemio absorption and physio absorption and chemio absorption. Sorry, first physio absorption. Okay, side right one side PZ absorption and one side chemi absorption. So the first point is in PZ absorption, which kind of forces involves? Kavya, in physio absorption, what are the forces involves?
So Van der Waals force.
Very good. In chemi absorption,
Chemi-
chemical bond. Chemical bonding are involving. So right, first point, it arises because of Van der Waals force. It is caused by chemical bond formation. Second point is which is specific, which is not specific. Chirag,
Yes, sir.
which is specific, which is not specific.
Sir, chemi absorption is specific.
Very good.
Physi
Physio absorption
absorption is
is not specific.
non-specific.
So it is not specific in nature. So it is highly specific in nature. Next, which is reversible, which is irreversible? Kushi.
Sir, chemical absorption is irreversible and physical absorption is reversible.
Very good. So it is reversible in nature. It is irreversible. Next, it can depend upon nature of the gas. Nature of the gas. More easily liquefiable gases are adsorbed readily. This is also depends upon nature of gas. Gases which can react with the adsorbent show chemiabsorption. Next one, enthalpy of adsorption. Enthalpy of absorption is low, only 20 to 40 kilojoules of energy. Enthalpy of adsorption is high. Is 82 to 40. This is very important question, frequently asking in CBSE, in PUC also. Okay, next point is low temperature is favorable. For adsorption. It decreases with increase of temperature. It decreases with increase of temperature. High temperature is favorable for adsorption. It increases with increase of temperature.
Sir, can't say that side, sir, because of the light,
Here.
sir.
Okay. I will write that point. High temperature is favorable. High temperature is favorable for adsorption. Next point. No appreciable activation energy is needed. No appreciable activation energy is needed. High activation energy is sometimes needed. It increases with increase of surface area. It also increases with increase of surface area. It results into multi-molecular layers it results into multi-molecular layers on adsorbent surface under high pressure. It results into unimolecular layer. Okay, here last point meaning is, no need to write, just listen on this point about multi-molecular layers and unimolecular layer. This is solid. Here, suppose one hydrogen gas molecules are attached to solid through van der Waals forces only. That's what here many layers of hydrogen gases are attached to the metal plate, attached on the surface of a metal. Because here involved force is van der Waals force. No doubt, this closer molecules are strongly attracted compared to this. Here upper layer molecules are weakly attracted, very weakly attracted. But if we go for chemiabsorption, here only one layer of molecules only attached, because here chemiabsorption, chemical bond is involving. Here atoms, these are the atoms of a solid metal. The binding sites is completed. Once gas is attached as a one layer, that binding sites completed. So further attacking is not possible. That's what is only unimolecular. But here van der Waals force, no problem. But many layers of gases are attached to the surface of a solid. Okay, completed. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys, are you preparing for exam? You have Tuesday exam, CET and NEET level paper. Start preparation. So answer this few question. Rachna,
Sir,
listen question. Write any two characteristics of chemiabsorption. So tell me any two characteristics of chemiabsorption. Characteristics of chemiabsorption.
lack of specificity.
No, you are saying wrong. This is chemiabsorption. It is a highly specific.
Sorry, sir. Highly specific. Chemiabsorption is highly specific and it will occur if there is some possibility of chemical bonding between the adsorbent and adsorbate.
Okay, next point.
Irreversibility.
Okay, that's all. Two enough. This is one more question only. Write in 2 words or one within one line we have to complete. Second one, question 2. Kushi,
Yes, sir.
carefully listen question. Why does physiabsorption decreases with increase of temperature? Why does physiabsorption decreases with increase of temperature? Banu?
So because of the reversible nature of the gas, it decreases with increase of temperature.
Sir, with increase of temperature, it forms chemical bond, sir. So it becomes chemisorption, not physisorption.
Okay, you are saying with increase of temperature, physiabsorption is changes into chemiabsorption. Okay, okay, correct only.
The
You also said correct, Kushi,
physiabsorption
but
takes place at critical temperature of a gas, but with
okay.
increase of temperature, the critical temperature means
Okay.
the temperature
No.
changes.
Temperature changes. Just a simple reason. You know, in between metal and gas, weak van der Waals forces are present, right? By supplying heat, the bond between the van der Waals forces between gas and metal breaks. That's what physioabsorption is, decreases with increase of temperature, and further it changes into chemiabsorption. The main reason is, you say, with increase of temperature, the interactions between the interactions, van der Waals interaction between adsorbent and adsorbate is decreases or breaks. That's what physioabsorption decreases.
Yeah,
Okay, next
sir.
question. Tejaswini,
Sir,
why are powder substances more effective adsorbent than their crystalline form?
so because they have larger surface area.
Yeah, correct. Powder substance is having larger surface area, so it show higher level of adsorption, and even porous materials like a sponge. Sponge is porous, like, right? So it have small holes that can provide large surface area. Even such kind of catalyst also available. We are calling sponge iron, sponge nickel. Those also having porous. Those are also acting as a good catalyst because they can provide large surface area. Porous materials and powder substances have more surface area, so adsorption also increases. See, in this chapter, like these questions are asking only 1 line, 2 line answers only asking, questions only asking. That is very simple and easy to attempt in competitive level also. Only no problematic questions, only in advanced level asking problems and adsorption isotherms, fully theoretical based, and I think it's very easy to score in board and competitive also. Questions also won't ask long answer, but now I gave this difference between adsorption, chemiabsorption and physioabsorption. Not mandated to write all 9 points. For 2 marks purpose, just write 4 points, sufficient. Suppose if they ask for 3 marks, write 6 points. And sometimes asking what are the characteristics of chemiabsorption, characteristics of physioabsorption. If they ask for 1 mark, just write that subheading names. Suppose they ask for 2 marks, give some explanation also. And in beginning, I gave few definition. What is adsorption? What is sorption? Desorption, adsorbate, adsorbent. So here only read definitions. Okay, next class I will complete this topic, adsorption topic. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.